This is a Sage Story.
My name is Diane Wetzel. I'm 66 years old and I live in Holly Springs, North Carolina. I've been out since I'm 16 years old, and although I've been in a few substantial relationships for long periods of time, I never really considered marriage because it always seemed so far away. It always seemed it was for everyone else that was straight, and there seemed to be no opportunity for us actually to be married. So when this all started and marriages became almost common in the Northeast, I was living in New Mexico at the time, and we were still, illegal to be married in New Mexico. I was in a relationship with a woman for 5 years at that point. We're together now 6 years and married for 1. So when New Mexico first said, we have nothing in our Constitution against it, we don't have a ban in our Constitution, whether it be from neglect or just they didn't think it could ever happen, it wasn't there. So it opened the doors for us. My wife and I, Kathy, went to Santa Fe to get married. And aside from just the legalities of being married, there was a very different feeling to actually have a marriage license and to say those words in a commitment ceremony that meant something, that was actually recognized by the government, because this was something that we had always had as a personal relationship. It was still a personal relationship, but now somehow it was very different because it was recognized. A lot of fears about going into the hospital if one of us were injured and not being able to make those final decisions or life-saving decisions, maybe not even being able to visit because we wouldn't be considered family. A lot of different feelings from being married. Another story, though, coming across country when we moved to North Carolina in December last year. So it's actually, we've been here a year yesterday. And my wife Kathy and I get in the car, and we've got the dogs and the cats and the moving van, and we're caravanning across the country. We leave New Mexico into Texas, and I looked at her and I said, I don't think we're married anymore. And she says, why? I said, because we're in Texas now. We're no longer married. And we drove a little bit further, a lot further, and eventually we make it to North Carolina. But every time we'd cross the state line, are we married or are we not married? So we get to North Carolina and we're not married. And this is our new home. Needless to say, we're thrilled about North Carolina changing everything on the books. Now we're married in North Carolina. This is our new home. We love it here, and now we feel like we really do belong here. Thanks.
Share your story at sageusa.org/sage.